I'm sure it's nothing you don't like. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
Hey boys, what's going on? It's your boy Clazo here today, guys. And before I get into the actual video, I know yesterday I said I was not making any more videos this week, but little did I know that it is spoiler season, and I love spoiler season. I think everyone knows that. I post the spoilers every single day. So on top of the video schedule that I posted yesterday, I'm still going to do those videos, but every single day I'm going to be bringing you a, the spoiler of the day, which is spoiled on, Twitter for Duelist. So yeah, check that out if you want to see it there as well. But anyways, yeah, man, today starts spoiler season. The new expansion is called Ancient Bonds, and our first card is a pretty badass card. Now, I hope you guys like this new setup I have. I'm going to have the card on the left and the pixel animation on the right, which I've never done before, but I think it looks really good. I think everyone wants to kind of see what the card does and what it looks like. So yeah, it's just going to play in a constant loop all video, so enjoy. So yeah, let's talk about the card. It is a 7 mana, 5/5. It is a Golem Tribal, which is weird, and his name's Peacekeeper, and his pixel animation is beautiful. I like it a lot. This card has Airdrop, Force Field, Frenzy, Provoke, Celerity. That is 5 different keywords that this card has. That's nuts. That's nuts. What was like Counterplay Games thinking? Like, man, they were all sitting in their office one day like, guys, you know what? We should make Rook better. How about we just make a 7 mana card and we just give it every ability in the game besides Rush? Because if they gave it Rush, everyone would be bitching that it's OP, which is right. It would be OP. So, this card's interesting, man. This card is very interesting. Now, let's start off and talk about its mana cost, and we'll work our way down the card. Its mana cost is 7. Which is kind of strange, because, it's not strange that 7 mana minion. It's strange because it's fighting with 2 other big cards in the game right now that this card would fit with. Now, this card is clearly a Linar card, and it's definitely going to fight in a Linar deck with Meltdown, definitely if you're playing like a Zevron, and it's going to be fighting with its Golem synergy card, which is Dragonbone. Now, Dragonbone is a 10/10 7 mana, no abilities. I think everyone knows what it is. It was everyone's best card when they first started the game. You start with it, Now, since this card is a Golem, it's going to fight with that card. And everyone's going to run Peacekeeper over that, clearly, because Peacekeeper is just an overall better card. It has all these abilities and everything like that. It just looks better. He's cooler. Dragonbone is great, though. I love him. He's a 10/10. If your opponent dispels it, it does nothing. You just dispel it. It doesn't have no abilities. And then secondly, if it's going to fight with Meltdown, that's going to be an issue. Because right now, Meltdown's in a place where Excelsius should have been for Healnar. And I think I saw Skarzig post that earlier today on Twitter, and I completely agree with him. Meltdown right now is, in my opinion, a menace and competitive. He's ran in every single competitive deck. Almost every single competitive deck. Everyone runs him. He's that damn good. The fact that he can hit you face for 7 damage or just hit a minion 7 damage as soon as he comes on board, like the fact that he can impact the board like that immediately makes him amazing. Now, the problem with this card is it doesn't impact the board immediately. It does have Provoke. That's really the only thing. You can airdrop it on your opponent and just provoke them. And if your opponent has a dispel, then you can't do anything. You just wasted 7 mana for like a 5/3 if they use a Chromatic Hold on it. So that sucks. That's my one issue about this card so far. Let's keep moving down to mainly its tribal, which is weird. Normally we don't talk about that. It's a Golem. I don't think it should be, and I'll tell you why. This card is Linar. Why would they make a Linar card with Golem synergies? And I know this is the first card of the set. There might be a ton more, but why Golem? It doesn't look like a Golem. It doesn't have any Golem features. It doesn't scream Golem in my eyes. I feel like it should have been a different tribal, like a new tribal, or maybe just like a regular minion. It doesn't. I wish they picked a different pixel art for this card, like a different animation for this card to be Golem. It should look completely different. It should be like a monster looking beast thing, not like this guardian of Linarness I don't even know what that's a word. But anyways, yeah, man, why Golem? You know, it is what it is, though. We will live with it. We will make funny and silly meme Golem decks with this card. I'm sure I will come up with something. Now, let's keep moving down. It is a 5 attack, 5 defense. That's not bad, man. That's a fairly statted minion for something that has 5 keywords. I can't complain. Let's keep moving down. The only thing I can complain about this card is that, like, with removal cards that have, like, damage abilities, like, you know, deal 3 damage, like a Phoenix Fire, compared to, like, obviously Punish kills this. Punish kills everything in the game. That card's just, it's great. Now, the only thing that really kills this that deals damage is Circle of Life. Circle of Life kills this in 1 hit, but that's if its force field isn't up. So keep that in mind. Alright, now let's talk about the coolest thing about this card, which is the 5 keywords it has. And we're going to hit every single one of them. So the first one's Airdrop. Airdrop's really nice, man. It's really cool to see another airdrop minion. We haven't seen one in a little while. And the fact that it has airdrop and provoke, I know I'm kind of skipping down to provoke, make that combo really, really cool. And that's something you're going to have to watch out for late game, because you're going to have this guy jumping on your head from the heavens. Next, it has Force Field. Now, I'm actually going to talk about Force Field and Celerity together, just like I said at airdrop and provoke. Force Field and Celerity is deadly. Does anyone think about that? You imagine like a Lion-R, or not a Lion-R, a Lion in Lion-R with like a Prism Barrier on it. You guys know that's hard to deal with. You know, a 4-3, that's a 4-3 with Celerity and Force Field. That's nuts. This is a 5-5 with Force Field and Celerity. So, you know, say your opponent doesn't dispel it, they don't have the answer in hand, blah, blah, blah. It's your turn, right? You have a 5-5 with Provoke Celerity. Or not Provoke Celerity, Force Field Celerity, right? So the first minion you hit, or general you hit, you're going to be taking no damage, which is beautiful. That means you can eat up a minion, right? And then you get to attack again. You get to attack again. And let's talk about the last ability, Frenzy. If they are cornering you, all around you, you have Celerity, Frenzy, and Force Field. So you can clear all of them around you and hit again. So you can hit the weakest minion, you know, lose no damage, probably kill it off, and then by the second time your Celerity kicks in, by the second time you can use it, I doubt he's even going to have anything on the board, and you could just go face with this thing if you choose to. Now, if you don't choose to, you will have a 5-5 still. You know, if you do choose to go damage that second time, you got to be careful because you don't have that force field anymore. So, you know, that's an option that's up to you. Now, that's awesome. That is this card. That is Peacekeeper. There's really nothing else to talk about it, man. It sucks if it gets dispelled. That's really it. You know, it's one of those cards to where, you know, if it gets dispelled, shit. You know, it's kind of same thing like with Excelsius. Excelsius doesn't see a lot of play. One, because Meltdown is better than it. And two, you know, you're going to spend all this time building it up. And then if your opponent dispels it, you're left with what? Like with Peacekeeper, you're left with a 5-5. If they Chromatic Cold it, like if you're playing Vaynar, you're left with a 5-3. Now, this card with that 1 mana card in Lion-R, that legendary one that makes this card not be targeted by enemy spells, would be amazing. 8 mana play, that would be amazing. Amazing. But, you know, that would be probably a hard thing to pull off, definitely late in the game if you're running out of cards. Alrighty, boys, so I thought we were only doing one reveal today. We are doing 2 instead because I forgot the streamers all have card reveals themselves every day. So hopefully there will probably be 2 reveals a day that I'm going to be doing. I'll just put both of them in the same video. That just makes life easy. So Faded posted this one on his stream today. Obviously, he's a Vitruvian Master. This is a Vitruvian card. It has that orange and gray that Vitruvian has. It's beautiful. Let's get into it. So this card is a 5 mana card. It's called Blood of Air. It is a spell. It is common, and it transforms an enemy minion into a friendly wind dervish. That's crazy, okay? Vitruvian lacked in ranged threat removal, right? It's really hard to get rid of ranged threats when you're playing Vitruvian. Now that you have Blood of Air, man, people are going to run this over Entropic Decay because this card gives you a 2/3 rush minion with it. That's beautiful. It is a Vitruvian Dark Transformation. And I hope that the Dervish it gives you does have Rush. I'm gonna assume it does. But yeah, man, this is an awesome card. I'm glad Vitruvian got it. There was really nothing else to talk about it. You know, everyone knew that Vitruvian needed some range to spell, and this is great. This is a range transform, gets you a minion. You know, if you have a Fireblaze Obelisk on the field, you're gonna get a 3/3 instead of a 2/3. So sometimes you can you can win the game with this card. So you know, it's really nice because now instead of just having to spell, you could have maybe a super meme win con, kind of. I mean, I could see people winning with this card. It could happen. But really, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys leave it a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what you guys think of these 2 cards that I brought you today. And make sure you guys join the contest. I got 2 weeks left on it. You know, I'm giving away 5 core orbs. Make sure you guys hop on that while you can. But as always, I'm your boy Clazo. Hope you guys keep on dueling, and I will see you guys next time.